Disruptive Tech Research founder Lou Basenese. Lou, good morning.
Good morning, Cheryl.
You know, the biggest question here is who was behind this attack? And, you know, there's, of course, I'm sure we're all looking at the regular usual suspects, whether it was the Chinese or the Saudis or the Russians. But this was a pretty massive attack against these papers.
Yeah, it's definitely no one friendly. It was, you know, the type of attack is one that was premeditated and very targeted. So I think this is just the sad reality of the world we live in today in the digital era, where every day we're going to have another cyber attack threat when we produce more data, and each piece of data becomes another possible target. And sadly and unfortunately, we've criminally underinvested in protections against this. So we're playing a nasty game of catch up, and the threats are dynamic and ever changing. So this is an area as just individual citizens of the United States we're going to have to confront, but as investors we have to think about as well.
Yeah, well, you do, because look, this can be very sensitive to company data. It's not just about newspapers, it's everywhere. But, you know, we did get a statement from Homeland Security in the middle of the shutdown. Of course, we get the statement from Homeland Security. We're aware of reports of a potential cyber incident affecting several news outlets. We're working with our government and industry partners to better understand the situation. I'm not sure they said anything there, but at least they issued a statement on it in the middle of the shutdown. Let's look at kind of the broader picture. I do want to go into the broader story of tech for 2018, because now as we're ending the year, a lot of talk about interest rates rising for 2019, and there's a lot of concern that that could really make the tech wreck of 2018 go into 19. I mean, if you look at the performances for these guys for 2018, Facebook lost more than 24%. Amazon gained 26%. That's some good news. Netflix, 33% gain for the year. As again, we've got one more day to go. But Alphabet, Google's parent, down. Apple down. Microsoft gain. What do you make of kind of the performances that we've seen for this year, these guys?
Yeah, correlation does not equal causation here, especially with interest rates. Innovators don't care about interest rates. And if we look at these companies, they're very cash rich in many instances. They don't rely on debt, so they're not very sensitive. If we start looking at them individually, I mean, we were in July talking about, Cheryl, about Facebook being stuck in the penalty box for all their data breaches and mishandling of public just catastrophes. So, you know, that was well deserved, the underperformance there. I do think heading into the new year in 2019, you can't just buy the dips on the FANG stocks. You've got to be more selective. You've got to look for smaller cap players that have patented technologies that are going to play into the bigger trends that the bigs like Alphabet and Facebook and Amazon and Apple are betting the future on as well.
So you're not worried overall about the interest rate story, and in particular, like on the operating margins for some of these companies, because some of them are a little slim.
Look, I think it's on a case-by-case basis, but traditionally the sector as a whole is not heavily reliant on debt like some other sectors. So, you know, like the utility space, for instance, just as an example. So I don't worry about the interest rate impact. I do worry about more the trade war. If that gets prolonged, there's a lot of chip companies that are tied to China, and that becomes a major concern.
No, that could be the turnaround the markets may need, and we would like to get some answers soon. Lou Basenese, Happy New Year, Lou. Thank you for being here.
You too, Cheryl.
All right.
Thank you.
Good to see you. We'll see you in 2019, of course.